Hello all, Casual Noob Gamer back at you with another video. Oh yeah, video. So this is my Spawncast question tonight, and my question is going to be, Nintendo raised the prices of games from Wii U to Switch. So why should we not expect them to raise prices from Switch to Switch 2? Now, my thing is this, um, I'm not obviously happy. Like, I'm not like, oh, please take more money from me. But it was a big thing, if you recall, and were around back then. During Switch 1, people were like, oh, these are Wii U ports. How can, like, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, I remember, was the biggest transgressor of this, where they basically took a game that was $50 on the Wii U, brand new when it first came out, and they put it onto Switch for $60. And people were always like, it was always like YouTube headlines. And I feel like it's just like, shaking the fist, like talking about it's just like, why? Why are we like making so why did we make a big deal about that? And now from games going, I mean, listen, Mario Kart World was an anomaly. It's a big game. They figured, listen, it's going to sell well. It influences people to buy that bundle to get it at a discount. I could even see them in the future saying, hey, we'll keep it at 70, or maybe it's at 80 because they're going to put, DLC stuff that's going to be free. I mean, probably not. But I think Nintendo also saw because during Wii U to Switch, they raised the prices. And I think they're realizing during COVID how much games just sold and that people were willing to buy not only games but systems at a higher price. And Nintendo was probably looking, going, first off, we're never cutting the price of the Switch, which in fact Switch 1 never got a price cut. It got a price increase. It has only gone up with these tariffs. And if you don't think that tariffs are the cause of this, then I also have a bridge to sell you, and let me know how you want to make payments on that bridge. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not happy to pay more, but I'm just saying, like, I don't understand, like, the surprise and shock, and people are just like, oh my goodness, they're charging more. Like, I get it. For Galaxy, we paid technically $20 on Switch 1 in the 3D All Stars collection. And now the game individually is $40. Excuse me. Or if you buy the bundle or the physical, I think there's also a bundle for both of them for 70 digitally. I believe so. If you buy that, it comes out to 35. So it's still over the 20. But, I mean, you get a little bit of a discount buying them together. So it's kind of like... See, I have a feeling that I thought I heard that there is going to be a Switch 2 edition upgrade for this that's going to bump it. So it's there. You're basically buying the Switch 1 version at 70, and then there'll probably be like a $10 upgrade, or they might even do like they did with the Zelda games and put that on the NSO. So if you're an NSO member, like I said, nothing is set in stone. I'm pretty sure I heard that there's going to be a Switch 2 version upgrade, so which means there'll be an upgrade path. I doubt they'll do it for free. If they were, then they would have just put the Switch 1 version and the Switch 2 version on the cartridge, and they would have probably boasted about that. You know, like, hey, I'm Nintendo, I'm giving you a Switch 1 and Switch 2 edition. Yeah, oh yeah. They just turned into me. Anyway, like I said, I don't find this surprise because games have all gone up. I mean, from PS4 to PS5, from Xbox One to Xbox Series, games went from 60 to 70. And Nintendo, technically, for Switch, if you count the generations by console, the Wii U was in the generation with PS4 and Xbox One, and the Switch was the starter because they started early because they wanted a reset. But it's the new generation with PS5 and Xbox Series systems. So Switch 2 is now the ushering in of the next generation. So they're in their own generation. And, you know, like I said, they went from Wii U, I guess. I mean, when I bought Wii U games, I came into the Wii U ecosystem very late because I didn't know that there was a Wii U. That there was no kind of, like, it didn't penetrate my bubble to know that it was there. So I got in late, and when I did, a lot of the Wii U games, the good ones, the same ports that came over to Switch, a lot of those games were above market value. So I paid above market anyway because they were out of print. And if you wanted them physically, like I never got Twilight Princess on a Wii U version because I didn't know it was a better, like an HD version. Like I didn't know anything really about that. I was like, oh, well, I own it on the Wii. Why would I buy that again? But Wind Waker I never owned because that was a GameCube game originally. So that I picked up. So I have Wind Waker. But right before the Wii U eShop closed down, I picked up a copy of Twilight Princess. And I think I paid like $50. So the games were $50 on Wii U. And then from Switch went to $60. And no one liked it. But listen, everyone just bought it. And they were like, this is what it is. And they appreciated the fact that you were getting Switch games cheaper than you were getting, you know, the PS5, Xbox Series games. So if there was a port, yeah, it was downgraded, but you paid a little less. And a lot of those games actually are getting somewhat of bumps. Sort of, I think. I don't know. Yeah, don't quote me. I'm sure the system is pushing them if there's an uncapped frame rate. But yeah, I mean, from Switch 1 now to Switch 2, now Switch is on, Nintendo is on par with the PS5 and the Xbox Series prices. So I imagine, you know, the fact that they dabbled in Mario Kart at 80 and it sold, but I'm sure a lot of those sales were people getting it in the bundle with the system for 50. So I mean, I bought the game physically because, well, it was an issue that happened. I didn't know that I had Mario Kart digitally on the system. I thought I was sent the wrong system, so I picked up a physical version of the game, and then when I turned the system on, the game was there digitally. So I own the game digitally and physically. Best Buy, for the confusion, was nice enough to give me a discount off of the system that I purchased. So I technically got the digital version for free, but paid for the physical And then, when everything was said and done and it was all done and that was it, the discount was already there and you couldn't kind of take it off, really. So it was kind of like error on my part, but they sent me a box that didn't have like that sticker on it, but it had a picture of Mario Kart on it. And I was like, oh, if it doesn't have the sticker, because I thought the sticker one was, I didn't know they had moved up to a different box art. So that was an error on my part, but got the game physically. But honestly, I mean, personally, Mario Kart is a game that I feel should be digital anyway. So if I had to pay full price, I would have paid full price because number one, that was the only like dedicated Switch game that was new at the time. So it was kind of like, am I gonna get this new system to like play my old games? I mean, I know Xbox kind of did that kind of thing, and it was just like, to be honest, like when the systems came out, I had an Xbox on pre-order and I canceled it because I was like, I'm not getting this system. Like, I'll just save myself some money right now, and I figured I would be able to get it later. Because if there's no games, why would I buy a system? That's like asinine. Like, yeah, I don't get that. But I don't get that outrage of the price increases because there's always kind of a price increase lately with the generations, especially with Nintendo, and people made such a big deal. And then I guess people just calmed down about it. But like I'm seeing like videos going up like railing against Galaxy and Galaxy 2 saying, "Oh, well, I own it already." And it's just like, "Yeah, you do." But I think that there's going to be a Switch 2 4K version, which I don't believe that you're going to get that Switch 2 upgrade with 3D All Stars. So that version is going to be locked to just an HD version of Galaxy. I think it's HD on All Stars, but anyway, yeah. I mean, I get the I understand the complaints because, like I said, I'm not looking to spend extra money. Although it's like I said, it gets expensive to a point with all this stuff, but like I don't understand the complaints. Like, didn't we like learn from last generation, the Switch 1 generation, that it's just the price it's going to be, and Nintendo is not going to back down. Now, I know Xbox tried to put everything at 80, and people were just like, nope, not happening. And the sales must have tanked because they backtracked and I believe brought it back down to 70. I'm pretty sure next generation, they're going to do the variable pricing, and like the big hit games like a God of War, a Last of not not a Last of Us remaster. I mean, at least Nintendo, well, technically if Galaxy 1 and 2 is 70 and it's a $10 upgrade path for the Switch 2 version, then technically that's an $80 game. And you will see videos saying, "Oh, Mario Galaxy on Switch 2 is $80, the horror." So just expect to see it. I don't understand it, but like I said, I'm not faulting anyone who truly is upset. I'm just telling you that, listen, it's going to be okay. I mean, these games are expensive. The systems are expensive. It's an expensive hobby. Like, I get it, it's kind of like they're pricing people out for people not to be able to afford this stuff. But it's just everything is going up in price. So are we really like I mean, I'm sure people really are upset, but it's just like, Did you not expect this? I mean, yeah. I mean, Kirby Air Riders is going to be 70. I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, vote with your wallet. Like, I'll be honest. I'll probably pick up Kirby Air Riders day one, but like I could see, like, I know people who are waiting for it to like drop to 50, because I don't think we'll get $40 games. We'll probably get $50 games, which will be the discount. But yeah. So, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think. Are you surprised by Nintendo, you know, raising the price in the new generation? I mean, if you are, like, after my explanation, do you say, okay, well, I kind of get it. They kind of did it. Did you not remember? Because listen, I get it. We were all so used to the 60 that was upsetting people for a while, that now it's changed again, and people are just like back into, I don't like this. So hit the bell notification to know when I put a video up. I'm trying to do one every day, but I may not. Usually it'll be at 8 o'clock at night. It'll go up 8 o'clock Eastern time. So yeah, you have a great rest of your day. Later.